Move this over here. I probably should have rebooted my computer first, but I didn't, so that's that. Sunless Skies. Play. Play. We shall play Sunless Skies. Thank you for the great big spark dono. I appreciate it. Now, why are you not capturing this? Oh, because I've got it back. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Is that working? No. What is going on that I can't capture full screen applications anymore? Let's do that. Is that working? Yes, there we go. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Hey, all right, 5, good job. I actually had a very exciting meeting on Friday with some people who are doing something in Atlanta that I want to be a part of. And I met with them, and it was an extremely positive meeting. Like, I feel like I walked out with friends. Before I left, they might be able to hire me. We'll have to see. I haven't tried this yet, Astrogolly. This is my first time trying it. Should I do Merciful or Legacy, Astrogolly? What should I do? What will make for better gameplay? Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead with Merciful campaign. We're gonna go with Merciful. Aiming assistance none, enemy projectile speed standard, supply consumption standards. Okay. The more crew you have, the more supplies you consume. I have no idea how to play this game. None. I have not played Sunless Skies. Log of Her Majesty's locomotive, the Orphean, March 14th, 1905. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orphean is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning in haste to the Reach, where I hope to make port to Winchester. May God be with us, for 1,000 deaths wait in the sky. Final entry of Captain Amelia Charity Whitlock, ECM, written shortly before her death. This sounds very exciting. You have returned to the Reach, an untamed sunless span of the heavens, London's new frontier, celestial garden run wild. March 15, 1905, your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is crippled, and Captain Whitlock badly wounded. As first officer, the crew looks to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Orpheum there safely? Maybe. Ah! I assume I don't want to hit the edges. Are these things I can pick up? Scavenge. R, yes. Much to the relief of your stokers, you find a barrel of fuel among the detritus. The wreck drifts here, less fortunate even than you. We should scavenge. This is the wreck of the Ozymandias. The wreck hangs in the sky, pocked with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments, waxed canvas, lined with felt to protect you against the cold of the sky. Two of the crew whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the district of the dead? You silenced him. Now is not the time. The gap between the two edges is the endless fathoms of heaven gate beneath it. Leap across to the wreck. You jump. Your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn with unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Ozymandias, and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line and you lash the two engines together. Only then do you rest on your the rest of your boarding party follow you. One of them forces open an exterior hatch and you clamber inside. Her interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party lamps spread buttery light over the narrow paneled passages. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. A bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. I have two options. I can clear the obstruction. This uses my iron skill, or I can lead my party on a more precarious path, and that uses my deceiving and evading skill. I'm gonna go for the iron skill. Stas! As you strain against the stubborn steel, you remember an event from a year ago. A boiler explosion trapped an engineer under a tangle of plating and pipework. The captain was first on the scene. You were second. Together you managed to pry the wreckage upwards enough for you to crawl beneath it. While the captain braced the bar across your back. By all means, take your time, she grunted, as you dragged the engineer out. Yeah, I know. Back in the present, the twisted bulkhead. Your companions cleared the exposed rubble away. The way is clear. You've reached the Ozymandias hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully, somewhere amid the detritus you can find parts to repair the Orpheum and restock your stores. I will conduct a thorough search. Renewed! You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orpheum. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse than the skies. Oh ho! Cries one of the party, prying the lid off of a crate. It holds a cannon, still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds. I've gained 4x supplies. I've gained 15x hull. I can mount the Jerusalem cannon to the Orpheum or liberate a diffident bat and employ it as a scout. Yes, I will mount, yeah. The Cotterell and Hater Sage Jerusalem fire single shells to a good range, more or less accurately. You order two of your party to get back onto your vessel and fix it again. I would like to... I will employ that. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience. Big Twill, how are you doing? The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on the Ozymandias, at which point it becomes much more polite. You doubt it will last. I now have one definite fact. I'm doing pretty good. I decided, by the way, those who are just joining me, I've been playing Apex Legends for a week, and I'm worried that my singular gameplay is off-putting to many of my regulars. So I feel like I need to play something else. The Ozymandias submits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange over glance. From the chaos of the hold, you have now retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment. A gun that can be mounted under locomotive and an educated bat. Press on to the engine room. You might find more fuel there, but you better hurry. The Ozymandias is beginning to tear apart. I will indeed press on. The rackety Ozymandias screech buckles and tears. Dude, so here's the thing. Like, I have been having more fun with shooters lately. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people got to where they liked kind of chilling with me, playing silly games or indie games or whatever. And I'm worried I'm chasing people off because my audience size has kind of dropped over the last couple weeks. I will send my quickest and lightest to retrieve its fuel. Success! You select two sprightly members of your party and you dart into the Ozymandias. The rest of you return to the Orpheum. You choose wisely. The two explorers return shortly after carrying several sacks of glistening black coal. They're lauded as heroes by your crew, and you stoke the engines and steam away. Onward! Press F to send out your scout. Try it. What did I get? There was something back there. The bat returns what you can only describe as in the right. Must have found something. Your chart, the compass icon. Oh, so I found something over there. Okay, so I should go that way. Summoned by Captain Whitlock. The walls. Zooming out in the chart, the scroll wheel. See how big the map is. Oh, God. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curios from across the sky. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Inquire after the captain's injuries or approach the bedside. I'm going to inquire after injuries. The word of living fire pursued the Orpheum across the Blue Kingdom. It caught you just before you passed through the transit relay to the region. Set its brand upon the captain. It burned itself right through her, the doctor whispers. When I closed the worst of her wounds, I could see the sign is seared into her bones and her organs. Judging by her symptoms, it's on the inside of her lungs, too. The captain leans to one side and vomits a plume of fire into a copper bowl. There is nothing the doctor can do. I will approach the bedside. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fire that dances on her tongue. Her hands grip her arms. Her skin is hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orpheum will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. But promise! She breaks off to scream a word in a language that is not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker. Her request a little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise! I promise that I will obey her last command. She sinks back in relief. All in my will, she grasps. Be a better. She breaks off as the sigils burned into her bones flare, glowing cherry red through her flesh and skin. Better captain than I. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back into the scorched pillows in a twisted, frantic fever. I will take my leave. You leave the cabin of the scorched stink and the scorched stink of its air behind and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you like, and the captain hasn't long left. Hey, that team's pretty big. Yeah, I like what you're saying there. Yeah, how you like them apples, huh? Keep going in a moment. I will raid the remains. Your boarding party returns with wallets and watches, cufflinks, lockets, and keepsakes. You store them in safe to be pawned when and if you make it back to port. I can't go any farther than that. That's as far. Oh, I see. No, that's as far as I can go. The taste of smog, the sound of iron on iron, we are home. New Winchester. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. It is clogged with other engines, scrappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, withered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner are you pulled into the sidings than a brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing liquor. The usual formalities. I will look to the Orphean's doctor. The crew exchanges bleak, wordless looks. The Orphean itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. Unfortunately, Captain Woodlock has just passed. Ah, he says neutrally, sorry to hear that, very, very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cog of bureaucracy must turn. Captain Woodlock is deceased. The station authority require their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visits, etc. Shall we begin? One second. Greet your captain. Today, London lies between the stars. Her new empire unfolds across the heavens. Earth Fury, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Years ago, before the Northern Gate was open, Pete is way better than the Matrix. Before the Northern Gate was open, before the renewed Empress led her people into the skies, it lay a vast cavern far beneath her, dark, deep, and marvelous. Who were you then? I don't know. Who was I? Wait, I want to go back. How do I scroll to the side? There. Am I ready for what? You want me to sing, don't you? I will have the skill of investigating and deducing. I was a ministry auditor. You were an auditor. The minister is responsible. Neon Pegasus and go flying through the night. They can take your glitter, but they can't take away your sparkle. Thank you so much for the subscription. Robot octopus will try to grab your golden reins, but your wings are strong from the battle over Cupcake Mountain. Never again to be lonely, never again to be without a home, never to bow to the Gummy King's throne, never again, never again, never again to be put down by the marzipan girl at the summer lake, cloud soaring over it all, high up in the clouds, never again, never again. Yeah, when I first saw you defeating the Gummy King's gluten-powered armada in the darkness of space, I knew you were no ordinary Pegasus. It's true, I knew it. I was in the Department of Sensibility. Or maybe I want to be in the Department of Sensibility, sunken. What does winning mean to you? Wealth, fame, or the truth? I don't necessarily want to do the hard one. I want fame! Here's my period random avatar. Ooh, kind of like that. Oh! Sorry. Thanks for alerting me. I'm a professional. I think I like the glasses that I had. Those. I think I like that. No, definitely that nose. No, it's good. We're gonna go there. I am... Dr. Wilson. Sure, why not? I have 10 of that and 17 of that. Okay, so hold on, I got 10 of that, 17 of that, 25 of that, 10 of that. Whatever those are. I will start the game. Three weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis train bound for the Serene Mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading her will. The captain was wealthy once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses for her expedition into the Blue Kingdom. I will listen to the end. In a final codicil, the notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orpheum was to pass to its first officer. He appeared to do with dry gray eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the Orpheum's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that, at the time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London. He handed you an address card and deposit it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. That's it. You're the captain now. The Orpheum is yours. I'm not gonna look inside. We're still at Wolvesey Station, the clamoring Central Station in New Winchester. I will explore the city. The smoggy, clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic, part of the Reach, an ever-expanding port of smudged glass and bright steel spilling across a drifting, mist-wrapped archipelago. Its factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with hammers and hiss with steam. Locomotives chug into the sidings for repair and flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. I will learn about trade. A porter in the station advises you to visit the nearby pub, the Promise of Days, and talk to seasoned captains there. They have their ears to the ground, they know about an opportunity or two. Visiting the Promise of Days is one of the options. I will do that. Smoggy, clanking, pardon me. I will visit the Promise of Days. Old pistons gleam on the walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky. The clientele raise their voices to be heard above the comforting clamor of the adjacent engine yards. I will introduce myself to the seasoned captains. Four are gathered at their usual table: the masked citizen, a libertine, polymath, and pioneer of the neo-nocturnal artistic school; the bedeviled didact, a scholar haunted by his discoveries; the plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philatist; and Spatchcocker Meg, who hunts monsters. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the Baroness. Few risk the skies and news of distant ports. A stamp collector? Okay. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn in once, the more they'll pay. Look for other opportunities on the way, advised the masked citizen. Passengers who want transport, Richmond needs a bloody work, etc. Ask them how to make their fortune through trade. Ah, the didact says, fiddling with his innumerable talismans. An essential topic. Meg slides you a stool, and the captains shuffle around to make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink of their own invention. It is violet and foggy. The plucky baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. I will ask about markets. You can sell practically anything in the big trade hub like New Winchester. If you want to buy, though, you'll need to travel to more distant ports. Each specializes in a particular export. Meg spits chewing tobacco on the floor. No money in buying at market prices and selling them at them too, though. You want to look for bargains, a prospect of people offering better money. Big Twill, thank you for the fireworks show. I appreciate that. You can sell, not buy, any trade good in a major port. That's report to each sell a single good. You can see what a port exports by clicking on your map. Ask about prospects. Where may I learn of these opportunities? The biggest port in each region has a bazaar where captains do business. There you learn of people at other ports preparing to pay over the odds for a commodity. When you accept the commission for a prospect, it's yours. No other captain will pursue it. It's all fantastically civilized. You have to source the goods yourself, of course, says the bedeviled didact. Find a port that exports them. The client will want a certain amount. You can supply some of it, some or all of it, but if you provide all they need, they may furnish you with an additional reward. Ask them if they know any good prospects. The host of Magdalene needs an urgent delivery of seeds, paying a pretty penny. If I were you, I'd get to the bazaar straight away, put my mark against it. Meg grunts. Broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap, God knows why. His face looks like it's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity! Port Avon lies to the south-southwest, and Magdalene lies to the south-southwest as well. Southeast, oh pardon me, and south-southwest. Okay. I will an opportunity. The fastidious inspector. Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowd toward you. She is short and square-shouldered in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket. It is embossed with the crown and hourglass of London's horological office, the body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she said. I can't, of course, pay. I will offer her passage. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down following a boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. The gentleman's fonder of brandy than of diligence. Prosper lies to the west-southwest of New Winchester. I will recruit the incautious driver. I specialize in pest driving. The driver indicates a crashed engine still smoking. Like that without the screaming. I will hire him. I will repair my locomotive. I will fully repair my hull. Follow your ambition, the song of the sky. You take advantage of a quiet moment to pull out your journal. The blank page sits before you, smug and unblemished with horror. At last, strikes. You need fresh material. Let's take it. Gather tales from terror and sky stories. Okay. Gotcha. I think it's time to go. Scamp's Narrow. It's made by the same people. It's their newest game. But yes, report it immediately. That will go well.
Ferris Bueller, you're my hero.
Agent Charn, how are you doing, good sir? Welcome, welcome. It's not even Agent Charn. I mispronounced it too, don't feel bad. I will board the defeated Marauder. The crew of the Marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but by knives and small arms fire. Oh, I didn't know that. That's good information, Astragali. Do not fire too mega rapidly. Your whole strength decreases when your gun is too high. The only survivor is the captain locked in the brig with the bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping with his fingernails. Little remains of them of bloody stumps. Seen this before, Captain, says the crew member. Sky madness. Magdalene can treat it if he can be bothered to take on the poor star. Yeah! Let's bring him on board! The crew wrapped the sky-maddened captain in blankets and secure him tightly with belt sticks 4 to transport him safely to your locomotive. He may not be happily restrained, but it should keep him from harm until you get him to Magdalene's. Magdalene lies to the south-southwest of New Winchester. The captain's secured. You have a moment to see whether there's anything of worth on the locomotive. I will loot the engine for materials. The crew go to work eagerly vaulting out into the bright. Tools at the ready. They're stripping. Blah blah blah. Okay, so I gained some new hull. Is it low? Where's my hull? I got 22 out of 30. That's not that low. New Winchester built watchtowers here in a fruitless attempt to deter marauders. Wait, what was that? What's that symbol? Something grave? Did I not see that? I will go through. Oh no, I failed! As you clamber through the hole, your lamps reveal painting marks around where they caused by ricochet shrapnel or vast heat. Your boarding party search is surprisingly hurried. They retrieve only a handful of valuables before the hole's groans encourage them to return to your vessel. Not all of them made it. The shriek that might have been issued from the throat of hell. I've gotten 15 terror, 28 sovereigns, 1 tale of terror, and I've lost a crew. How do I scout again? The fastidious inspector approaches the galley. Captain, good day. I notice your ship's clock is stopped. Perhaps you permit me to repair it. Yeah, I'll permit it. She keeps a graceful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon she has the back of the clock off and has spread tiny cogs all over the galley table. Obscure horological tools gleamed brassily among them. Everything has a place. Lead on the rocks! Thank you very much for the host. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. I will inquire about her work. What are the duties? Oh, it is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June is one corner of the Empire, blah, 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 blah. I will ask for news of London. London sits in her coat of smog. Courtiers squabble at the foot of the throne of the hours, hoping to receive endowments of years. Meanwhile, hardworking civil servants labor to ensure everything runs as it should. Was there a touch of harshness there? All is normal. I miss her, though. There is no city like London in all the skies, and Albion is very different from the Reach, much more civilized. I will compliment her skills. Thank you, she says. A small embarrassed silence. I will ask you about the Winchester War. There are those who feel that London is a long way away and that they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them tackities for the hobnail boots that they are so practical at here. London, unsurprisingly, disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interests in the region. Sometimes very earnestly indeed. The tackities called London loyalists stovepipes. For our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain, where do your sympathies lie? With London. Glad to hear it, she says. Night! Thank you for the host! It's time. Let's all bid her good evening. Spread your wings, neon Pegasus, and go flying through the night. How do I take away your sparkle? Robot octopus will drive back your golden rays, but your wings are strong from the battle over Cupcake Mountain. Never again to be lonely, never again to be without a home, never to bow to the Gummy King's throne, never again, never again, never again to be put down by the marzipan girl at the summer lake house, soaring over it all, high up in the clouds, never again, never again. Yeah, when I first saw you defeating the Gummy King's gluten-powered armada in the darkness of space, I knew you were no ordinary Pegasus. Where's this place I'm supposed to be going? The Land on the Rocks! Thank you so much for the 100K sparks! wait, what's this place? Oh, sorry. Young's found! I don't know what this place is. What am I supposed to do here? I know there's a... Ow! What is this?
Ferris Bueller, you're my hero.
I'm dead! I resumed for my last autosave. Hello, Championship Place, thank you for the host! Eager and Strong, thank you for the follow! Master Control, thank you for the follow! Sunless Skies, host! I am in a locomotive flying through the skies that are space. This was my last autosave? Really? Port Prosper lies to the east of New Winchester. So I'm assuming I need to go here, maybe? Yes, I did figure that, Master Golly. So, this is a, if I'm not mistaken, the descriptor is, this is an, kind of a roguelike, with certain narrative plot points. Don't attack me, dude! Oh, there's some free stuff. Free stuff! Marauders prowl these dim troves in defiance of nearby New Winchester. Aha! Havenwood, is that where I'm trying to go? Port Prosper.
Ferris Bueller, you're my hero.
Sir Gondel, how are you doing, good sir? Welcome, welcome. The inscription on the memorial to the unknown rat is dedicated to those brave Ratus neighbors who gave their lives in the early exodus to heaven. Trying to clear out some Steam groups? Yeah, I've been getting messages from a TF2 group lately, and I'm just like, Detrius of yet another skirmish in the Winchester War. I will dock here. Homestead. Settlers who live so far beyond the edge of civilization relish the hardships of solitude. The homestead appears to be thriving. Family gathers outside to welcome you. Blue smoke coils from the chimney. I will eat my fill. You enjoy a meal of sticky porridge and viney vegetables. Afterwards, you and your host exchange non-committal observations on the moor, between the stovepipes and the packages. Your crew are confident for the time. One of them even speculates idly about settling down. Okay. I need to be due east of New Winchester. Wait, what's that? Oh, Wonder. I need to go there. Yes, I will allow the person to, I'm gonna inquire about her work. I'm gonna ask for news of Turk Daniel, thank you for the 100k sparks, I appreciate it. I will ask about the Winchester War. I side with London. I will give you tacos. Oh, the tacos will I give. I will discuss the reach. I haven't done this yet. It is an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion and a steady light of the clockwork sun. The sunless reaches are so misty and quiet, she pauses. Critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows in them to feed the whole of London, even if it is in dubious shape. I will ask about the hours trade. I've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives, and that you become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Ah, hours have more uses than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on the loom. More difficult, but more idle. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of the hours. Now even more have been found in the reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looked momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. Compliment her skills. And bid her a good evening. It's a rat! Due east of New Winchester, so I'm assuming it's over here somewhere. It's a goat! Thank you very, very much for the embers. It's the wreck of the Big Jake. I will scavenge this. I will... signal the wreck. Failure. A signaler fetches the signal lamp and flashes a patient message. You watch and wait there. Hands banging at the glass within a wild-eyed face. You dispatch the boarding party. They retrieve a survivor who is eager to sign on. She proves to be a hard worker, however, her reckless laughter and her stories of the horrid, haunting things she saw from her frosty window do not improve morale. I've gained a crew but lost some terror. Oh God! Ow! I will loot this thing. I will board the defeated marauder. The crew of the marauder light as the quarter killed not by your guns. I will bring the poor fellow on board. I have one tale of terror. I will loot the hold. There is a distressingly odored barrel. I've gained 3 fuel. Okay. That's fine. I am low on supplies. Wait, something to crave? What is that? Ow! Is this that place I've already been to? Yes, it is. I'm an idiot. Pitty Pammy! How are you doing? I adore you, my dear. I hear a lot of fighting back going on over here. I don't really know what's happening. I wish I had a scout. I can't investigate this. I don't like how low I'm getting on supplies. This does not make me happy. Cantankerite placated. The Cantankerite are lumbering half-fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Given that they're very ancient and murderously grumpy, that means almost everything. The largest chunk of the Cantankerite still lives. They die stubbornness, perhaps, or the sluggish journey of sickness longer. I will listen to its last complaint. It booms like a cracked foghorn, as if death re-added another wearisome indignity it was forced to tolerate. Good night, Jim buddies! Thanks for hanging out with me! They gather in old places, the Stoker says, and make these noises at each other, like they're planning something or telling stories. Shadow V42, thank you for the follow! An engineer shakes its head. They have only one story, and it's about how everything is terrible now. Ouch! I am really beat up. Shadow V42, thank you for the 500k spark dump. I need a strip for materials. I've gained 10 new hull. I don't know how to go mining. What's that? There's a horror up there. I'm gonna avoid the horror. Well, I could go this way. Why don't I go that way? I'm really... Ah! Stop it. I am really low on supplies! Yeah, I don't know what to do. I am gonna head back to New Winchester because I am really low on supplies. I need to go this way. You think I should open it? I want to follow her instructions. She said not to open it. Skyfarers, exposed to the haunting light of the stars, are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behaviors. A junior signaler is discovered in the hold amidst a pile of dissected books. She's cutting out birds and grouping them in clusters to represent a new system of linguistic categorization. Narrative is preposterous and inclusive, she informs you. Meaning is only a sensible foundation for classification. You examine her arrangements. Words light and law sit side by side. Nearby conjunction, philosophy, and faction. Faction huddled together. I will issue... No, I will not. I will combine them to orders, or they will do no harm. Neon Pegasus and go flying through the night. They can take your... What is Bancroft's Forum? But your wings are strong from the battle over Cupcake Mountain. Oh, look at me making it in. Just in time. To be lonely, never again to be without a home, never to bow to the gummy king's throne, never again, never again, never again to be put down by the marzipan girl at the summer lake, now soaring over it all, high up in the clouds, never again, never again. Yeah! When I first saw you defeating the Gummy King's gluten-powered armada in the darkness of space, I knew you were no ordinary Pegasus. Locomotive. I'm gonna talk to this clerk. I represent Halliges, the banking house. I promise it will only take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. He produces a folder contract to the flourish. We hear promising things about you, Doctor. Very promising indeed. We would like to extend our services. We provide a secure solution to the storage of your assets. Take care, Sergeant Scott. Thanks for hanging out. Absolute discretion. We require only a signature. This will unlock a bank vault, allowing you to store and withdraw items. Sure. Explore the city. I will recruit the incognito princess. Yeah, I know I need to buy supplies. Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. She's an officer dressed in what an actor would wear in a fantastical romance. A tiara rests on her brow. A steady stream of commoners come to pay homage, bowing and curtsying enthusiastically. Starlings circle in dense swarms above her. Refugees from old London, and a common sight, although not in such numbers. She ignores everything and hands you papers so pristine that they can only be forged. She would certainly make an interesting addition. This will get you a first officer who will increase your mirrors by 6, your hearts by 2, and your affiliation boheme by 1. Sure, why not? I am a humble first officer looking for, what's the word, when commoners do things for coin, she asks, work! That's it! She beamed at you, delighted, as instant as a Gatling gun. As she steps aboard, Commoner calmly takes a spoon from his pocket and scoops out his eyes. After such radiance, all else is tawdry, he says between screams. It seems she has already forgotten about her signing on money. Where do I buy supplies? Where do I buy supplies? My sound is all garbled for you? Really? Hold on just a second. Oh, for you? Hello, hello? Really? No, it's not. Hold on just a second. Oh, wait, it is. Why is my sound all garbled? Oh. Hello, hello? No, it's not. Hold on just a second. Oh, wait, it is. Why is my sound all garbled? I have no idea what's going on here. I'm gonna stop and restart my stream. Hold on just a second. For caster.io. Let's see how I'm coming out over at DLive. Okay, so this is me talking so I can listen to myself on DLive. Let's see how I'm coming out over at DLive. Okay, so this is me talking so I can listen to myself on DLive. I think caster.io is screwing up over on DLive. I think caster.io is screwing up over on DLive. Huh. Yeah, no, this is very frustrating. I don't like this at all. This is bad news. Yeah, no, this is very frustrating. I don't like this at all. This is bad news. Okay, so I'm looping. I'm looping here on DLive, and I need to figure out what's happening there and why my audio is screwing up on DLive and on Twitch. Wow, I don't know what's going on here. So I'm gonna restart my entire stream. I'm looping here on DLive. I'm gonna save my game there and why my audio is screwing up on DLive. So I'm gonna reboot my computer. I'll be back in a minute.